for Flagg. We've got to talk a little bit about him. 2 assists shy of his first triple-double. He's almost there. But he does join Jokic and Jalen Johnson as the only players right now on the team leading their teams in points, rebounds, and assists. Boogie, I know how much you love to do top 25s of things. So is he already a top 25 player in this league?
No. Let's stop. Let's
No, I'm not doing it either.
Let's slow our roll. Let's slow roll
chance.
it. No. He's an extreme talent. He's also an 18-year-old rookie. So me saying no isn't a diss to him or his development or anything like that. The league is so talented right now to sit here and say an 18-year-old rookie is a top 25 player in the league. That's just a flat out lie.
Thank you.
I have all the confidence in the world that he will end up being a top. Yeah, I have all the confidence in the world that he will be a top.
You gotta make T-shirts. That's the new merch right there. Flat out lie.
Oh, I like the new merch. Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, like I said, it's no knock. It's just not. That's just not a fact as of right now. But extremely talented kid. I think he'll continue to get better. I think he'll reach all the heights that everybody around believes he can. It's just, to answer that question as of right now in the moment we're in, that's a lie.
Not yet.
Yeah,
too early.
Let's just do math. It's going to be 24 All-Stars. He's not going to be one of them. He's probably not going to be an All-Star snub. That takes you to 30 guys that are our top players. So that's just simple math right there. No, it's not a diss to him, not a slight to him, but just not yet. It just ain't his time yet. What he's doing is great, and what he's accomplishing and what he's being able to build as an individual for himself. He's going to be one of those type of guys. He's going to be a perennial all-star. He's going to be a top 25, top 10 player. At this moment, he's not there. Again, just do the math. It's 24 all-stars. He's not going to be one of them. There's your top 25 players right there.
Not yet's a compliment, because the expectation is obviously, you will be, just not now. Yeah, I think it's cool. We did touch on Anthony Davis briefly, but let's just go a little bit because it was sort of superficial, but he did go to the locker room with 2 minutes left, hand injury. Weirdly, though, it was reported earlier that he is looking for a big contract extension. We just talked about Lauri Markkanen, at 28 and what issues that may or may not be. AD's 32, looking for a big contract extension, Lou. Obviously, of course you're looking for one, but are you giving him one?
I hate to talk about another man's money because I want everybody to get their cheese, but just the injury history. I'm on the bandwagon of it now. Like, I'm starting to see it. I'm a big AD fan. I'm a big AD guy. I feel like any team that he plays for, anytime he's on the floor, he gives them a huge advantage to try to go out and win basketball games. He's a champion. He's all of those things that we can put on his resume, we can put on his jacket. But he's also injury prone. He also has a history of being injury prone. Even in these trade conversations, we've watched him get hurt 2 or 3 times within the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's like, where do we go with this when we're investing? When we're investing in the future of our organization, how much are we gonna get out of it? When he's available, he is a top 5 big in this league at all times when he's available. The problem is his availability. That is a huge, huge problem, huge caveat for when you're trying to get a large contract extension. I don't want to be the person that say he shouldn't get his money. I want everybody to get paid. I want everybody to get what they deserve. And so with that, that's going to be up to the discretion of the teams. I think he's that type of player. He deserves to be one of the most well-paid bigs in this league because he is that when he's available. But if you're an organization, how much am I going to get out of this if I go and I make this gamble? Because at this point with his health, it is a gamble. So what am I going to get out of it? You don't really know. So we'll see what teams feel like he has that type of value. I don't want to be the guy that say he doesn't have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go completely opposite. This is sports. So in sports, injuries happen. We all know that. So to sit here and make this narrative about, his injury history, it's plenty of players that have gotten paid off injuries. We watched Kevin Durant get a max deal, and like I said, this is no knock to Kevin Durant. I'm just making examples. I'm not comparing them as players either. Just making examples. We watched Kevin Durant get a max deal straight off an Achilles injury. We've seen Chris Paul get deals coming off of his history of hamstring injury. It's Joel Embiid. It's so many players throughout the history of this game that still get what they deserve and they've been injured. So let's not start making this just about his injury. When he's on the floor, he's worth every penny, and that's all that matters. For all we know, he can never be injured again. That's just how this, how this game work, how this sports work. So I just hate that the narrative around is should we pay him? You absolutely should pay him. We don't have these type of conversations when coaches coach for 1 year and they still get all their money. What's the difference? We watch Bud and Phoenix coach for 1 year and gets $60 million. Nobody's complaining about that.
American dream.
Monty Williams go to Detroit getting a $70 million contract. He coached for 1 season. Nobody's complaining about that. So let's not complain about a guy that
there was some complaints. There was some complaints out there. There was some
but it's not a narrative. And I guarantee if his name ever pops up again as far as a coaching job, any of those guys I named, they're not gonna say, "Oh, well, he did have a history of only coaching for a year before he got fired." Nobody's saying that.
God, you hate coaches, Boogie. You hate coaches.
I just want fair to be fair. And if this is the standard, the standard has to be the standard for everybody.
Yeah. Okay, can I say
this?
It
has to be the standard for everybody.
I'm going to say two things.
He's going to make a ton of money regardless. It's just a matter. It's just going to be a matter of years. So we'll see.
He's only played 60 or more games twice since 19. I say that to say this: he's going to get a big extension because as all of
he should.
Said. Yeah,
I think two things
can be true. It's just a matter of what organization. That's all.
Who's doing it? Somebody's going to write that check. We're going to take a quick break. More or run it back on the other side.
Run it up.